Hey guys, I'm Zafira and today I'm repainting my Sesshomaru Nendoroid. Okay, so these are all of the pieces I want to repaint, but before I start repainting, I want to make his poisonous whip, and therefore I'm using a piece of wire, bend it into my shape, and drill a little hole in his poisonous claw hand so the whip can later pop in there. To create the whip, I'm using green stuff, mixing the two components green and blue together and sculpting the whip. Before I started repainting, I primed everything with a clear varnish. Usually I would use a white or gray varnish to cover my pieces, but this time I wanted to see through all the patterns and markings of the original pieces. Since I'm trying to recreate the anime version of Sesshomaru, I am painting all of his armor pieces black and his kimono pieces in red. Since I used a clear primer, I need to cover my pieces in multiple layers of paint, but as you can see, I can still see through the patterns of his kimono, which is what I wanted, so I know later on where exactly to paint over them. Depending on how many layers you use, you can actually get a nice gradient with the darker purple color underneath, but I did so many layers that there's nothing left of it. Because I was too scared to mess up his face plates, I masked out the markings of his face. It's not really the color that I wanted it to be, but I think it still works and it's fine for me. For the pattern of his kimono, I actually wanted to try to make decals by myself, but my decal paper didn't work at all, so I had to improvise and use a tiny piece of wire and paint the flowers on by hand. And since it was too small now to paint on with a paintbrush, I just ignored the lines that are surrounding the flowers. The last thing we need to work on is the poisonous whip, and since it's a day later, I can finally start sanding it down to get a smooth surface and then priming it with a white coat. So after that was done, it was time to paint the poisonous whip. I used green, yellow and white to create the poisonous look and finished everything off with a coat of gold and silver acrylic paint to get a shimmery and glowing effect. And here is my finished repaint, and I have to say I'm really happy with how he turned out to be. I mean, it's not perfect, it never is on this channel, but it looks how I wanted it to look, so I'm really proud of myself and I like it. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos like this, please let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel so that we can see each other next time. Bye bye!